Sis to Sis.
Hi guys, welcome back to Sis to Sis. Thank you so much for all of your support. Thank you so much for all of your likes and shares. Very grateful, and they're all appreciated.
Just want to remind you to subscribe. It makes our consistency getting to you, the viewers, much better, much more helpful, as when you subscribe to the channel, our videos will come up in your feed. So when you're ready to watch it, you'll be able to see exactly what we've released, as we don't always put out our videos on the same date each week.
Yes. Today we're going to talk about that it's okay to not be okay. I think it's very important to kind of just allow people to feel what they're feeling with everything that's going on at the moment.
Yeah, we're just going to check in with you, just like we check in with our family members.
Yes.
Things are taking a bit of a U-turn, a couple steps back.
Definitely.
So we're going to check in with people.
Yeah, so obviously we know there's been a lot of changes with what's going on in the world, with local lockdowns, national lockdowns. We know there's been changes, a lot of changes to road layouts, cycle lanes, reducing of lanes, less people on the buses, 10 p.m. curfews, rule of 6, sometimes U-turns on those. We know the pressures of what's going on as well. There's been a lot of job losses, furloughs. There are people in certain industries that have had to go out and look for new jobs. It's just kind of letting you guys know that it doesn't mean that you have failed or that you're a failure. It just means that you are having to adapt to what's going on. There have been family breakdowns, relationship breakdowns. There's been so much added stress going on. We just need to kind of let our viewers know that it's okay to not be okay right now. It's okay that there may be changes in your physical, emotional or mental health. We also know now that there's a lot of unresolved issues and traumas that might be resurfacing, that people kind of need to embrace and find ways of either healing or maybe just stepping forward a little bit in their own personal life. Yeah, that could be sort of, like we've always said, prayer, meditation, transmuting, even sort of growing plants, drawing, artwork, even colouring colouring in sort of like adult colouring books, crosswords, word searches, watching comedies, watching a movie. Try to stay on the uplifting side.
Well, I mean, with what's been going on, I've literally been sewing masks. So I've been getting crazy fabric and just been making masks for, I don't sell them or anything, they're just for people I know who need them or want them. I've been getting some African fabrics, different tribal fabrics, some different prints, and just making masks and just having a go. It's not something I know how to do. It's something I'm self-teaching myself, but I thought just to turn like it's on its head, because we have to wear them, but actually doing something I enjoy, which is sewing, learning how to now use a machine. It's just using the creative side, because there's nothing we can do about what's going on to a certain degree. You can just distract yourself from it.
Well, I think a lot of people that don't understand what transmuting is. Transmuting is turning one energy into another energy. So if you have some kind of stress, fear, panic, just anything that's kind of negative feelings within you, finding a way to transmute that energy, i.e. channeling that energy and turning it into something positive, whether it's an outcome like making masks, some form of art. As you know, my children started, or the two oldest ones started businesses during this lockdown. I've been sort of providing CMOS to people, channeling all the negativity that was going on and turning it into something positive is the art of transmuting. So those who didn't know or don't know what that means, that kind of is what it means, finding a way of turning your negative into positive, whether it's dancing, singing, having a good old belly laugh, like we said, all of these things, even sort of speaking up, joining forums, and above everything, sort of reaching out to professionals. You know, locally there are things like talking therapy services, there are support groups. Again, I'll reiterate, it's okay to not be okay.
I think I had a conversation this week with a few people actually. One of my close friends has lost her parent in this time, and we were just talking about back in March when another friend of mine had a loss, that even attending a funeral now, you can only have a certain amount of people. You literally leave your loved one there. Like, you don't do what in our tradition as Jamaican Caribbeans, I'm not sure how it works in everyone's tradition, but in our tradition, like some of the family would help to dig soil and things, and lay your person to rest that way. It helps with just the process that, you know, you're going through at the time. And, you know, you might get dirty, muddy, clay all over you, but it just, the action of doing it all, of being a pallbearer, of reading verses and singing and having flowers laid. Each person puts flowers down, you know, once everything's done. You can't do a lot of those things now. I think you could still have readings. There may be 10 or 15 people attending, but there's so much to do. And I spoke to my friend and she said what we did is all the flowers that we'd usually leave, because there's no one going to be able to go afterwards. We took them home and we made like a whole arrangement and turned it into like a joyous thing. And they had champagne and you know, and they did that. And but because it's so hard, there's usually things you would do in these times, and then how do you have your normal grieving process in this, you know? But they trying to just actually turn that around into more of a celebration, made the flowers very colourful and more of a memorial, but something that brought them joy in the mornings when they came down and saw it.
Because in a nutshell, the things, as you said, that traditionally we used to do, the sort of digging or being the pallbearer, it was being connected to that final send-off. So now it's finding a connection, but in another way, whether it's lighting candles, whether it's having a vigil with the certain amount of people you can have it with. It's all these things, as you said, making an arrangement with flowers, maybe making sort of like a scrapbook, all the things that somehow still celebrate the person's life and celebrate the memories that you have with them or of them.
Not having that wake is a really strange feeling. Like literally, we're done, everyone go home. So have it, you know, and that's just one scenario of a negative kind of trying to turn that around into a positive.
But even obviously I know people who have lost loved ones abroad. We know that there are travel restrictions. So again, my advice to them was, you know, light a candle, play their favourite music, maybe even cook their favourite meal, you know, connect on an emotional level, but in a positive way with the memory of that person. So knowing they couldn't go abroad, it was like, okay, how do I do this on this side of the water? There are things that you can do, and as we know, you know, we've known family members who have planted trees in the past in memory of their loved ones.
So planting trees, buying a plant, and I've been doing a lot of purchasing plants, indoor plants, and just caring for them. And as you recommended on one of our last shows, is naming them, speaking to them by name, and naming one after myself. So, and then this morning,
so you did become a plant lady, even though you took a mick out of me. Okay.
And this morning I got a very nice surprise.
Yes, you did.
So I'm gonna let you meet a little friend of mine.
So so other than plants, there are other living things.
This is our friend. He hasn't got a name yet. He is a him. So the next time we are coming, I'll introduce you to him with a name. He's adorable. He has the best temperament, and I just took some of my own advice actually. Couldn't get a dog, but this little man hopefully will bring lots of joy, and my son absolutely loves him. I'm just going to put him back to bed.
Actually, if you have any suggestions of any names,
that
would be fantastic. Below. Please hit the Instagram, please hit the YouTube, please comment below, please come up with any wonderful suggestions that you might have for a name for him.
So he's bringing us lots of joy, and keep your spirits up. We're doing all we can to keep our spirits up. It isn't easy, guys. Some days you do just want to stay under your duvet, but get up, get dressed, show up, you know, do what you can do. Even if you're only going to drink till 10, go out, see some of your friends.
Definitely reach out, make a phone call, Zoom, join a forum, just connect, stay connected. Definitely.
All right, we love you and take care of yourselves. Bye.
Bye.